Hey everybody, it's Harry Devon here. I'm super excited. Wow, I have a whole lot I want to say. So mind me while my brain catches up to my mind because I'm not doing 20 million different takes. This is only going out to personal friends and family. So this is going to be a one-time, one take only. Some of you might know I started my journey towards health, wealth, and happiness back in July, on July 5th. Actually, July 4th is the so-called Independence Day where they lied to you and told you were independent. So I decided to do it on my sister's birthday as a birthday present to her. At the end of the day, I want her and her babies and her family and her husband and my entire family to enjoy it. But Independence Day started on her birthday, July 5th, because I want to show her that, hey, baby, you can have whatever you want to. So anyway, I'm packing this up for her, and come January, our lives are going to be completely changed, transitioned, turned around, because I understand the power of the subconscious mind. I understand thinking. That being said, I decided that I wanted to share this with other people other than just us and being selfish and stingy. So I'm bringing you guys my course, and this is the ready for, it's called, most of you know I'm a licensed real estate instructor. So I was starting my real estate school in January. And that's my first way that I'm going to do $1 million. But that doesn't start until January. And then my real estate school is going to teach you how to get your license. I'm a licensed instructor, I get your license. Then it's going to be continuing education. I'm going to teach you how to flip properties. I'm going to teach you how to deal with buyers and sellers. I'm going to teach you how to evolve into real estate. The key to real estate all revolves around sales. And the beauty of sales is when you understand the basics of sales and marketing, you can sell anything. Like, it's the basic sound principle on how to sell. So I decided, you know what, let's take this a step further and let me teach sales and marketing. And then over the last let's say year, first my wife wanted to learn internet marketing. I learned everything for her, and then she decided not to use it. She was on to the next thing. Oh, we started making money in real estate. So as soon as I started learning internet marketing, I put a real estate deal together. She started making money in real estate and didn't want to do the internet marketing more. I didn't want to do internet marketing. I just learned it for her. Now this year, my niece comes and tells me she wants to be an influencer on social media. So I start learning the whole internet marketing all over again. And then I finally learned it. My niece tells me, Uncle D, I don't want to do it like a business. And so now it's like I done wasted another year of learning internet marketing. However, I look at it as 2 years wasted, but they're not wasted. It's actually where Big Homie had me where he wanted me to be, because now let me tell you, exponential growth. When I tell you how I see my income over the next few months, I'm not talking about over the next year. I'm talking about over the next 3 months. I told you I started my independence on July 5th. However, I'm going on round 2 because it's every quarter is a new season. So every 90 days is a new round. So we're ending up in September, and I'm going to go over this with you guys. What my thing is, you say I failed this whole month, and my failures are not like the average person's failure. So one of my goals is to lose weight, and I started 360 pounds. I'm battling between 330 and 340. I failed because my goal was to lose 60 pounds over 90 days. So I failed my goal. But I lost at least 20 pounds. Like I said, I'm going back and forth. Each week I struggle with the same 10 pounds. So even though I'm a failure, I got a red X on my board. Did I really fail? Yeah, I failed to reach my goal. But am I a better person today than I was before because I failed? And so as I start this journey, now I'm starting round 2. So I got my results for round 1. And I'll go over my results with those who decide to become part of my inner circle, or my personal mastermind, or my Dream 100. My bad. So let me get back to I'm going to go over, did my computer die? So here's these things that I want to go over. And I'm going to teach you sales, how to sell anything to anyone as I do this. And I'm starting the War Academy, which right now is only for family and friends. As you'll notice, this video is just a raw one-time take. I'm not going to waste my time editing. I'm not going to send out to my video editors so they can make it look great and make it look all fancy. That's what I'm going to do for the masses when I'm ready to really upsell it. And that'll be pretty expensive. Only because I'm only looking to serve a certain audience. And as we get into the training and I teach you some of the stuff, I want to show you how I did my training and how I decided exactly who I want to serve. And we'll go from there. So anyway, I'm going to go through this very quick sales training, and I'm going to try to keep it quick, fast, and to the point. So the first thing you're doing when you're selling is you got to make an emotional connection. People have to feel like they know you or feel like they're part of your story, or you have to listen to their stuff enough and then be able to interject and then, oh man, I feel you. Oh wow, me too. So in order to do that, you got to know your story like the back of your head, and you have to know your story so much that it brings emotion into you to where your story can make you happy, where you're super excited. It can make you angry, where you're mad or you're pissed, and it can also make you where you just want to cry. And that's how you build the first connection to human emotion. So I want to go over my story with you. A lot of you guys know me personally, but you might not know some close inner details. I've spent over 10 years in hell on earth. And when I say hell on earth, I mean life has just been hell. Like I've been going through depression. I've been going through the point where a lot of people that actually know me that's watching this will remember me saying I don't want money. And I think they didn't realize I just really didn't want money. And they would try to convince me, nah, you want money. No, I don't want money. They would try to convince me how I wanted, but they didn't realize what money was attached to for me. See, it was one thing when I was broke. Somebody told me you had to change your circle of friends every $10,000. And I said, no, I'm never going to do that. I should have listened to that person, because once you change, the people around you change. People say, oh, you changed. Yes, I have. And then they're mad because they didn't. So then you're introduced into different worlds, and then started dealing in the spiritual world. And I started learning about and I want to use these terms, but they're different things in the spiritual world. So I term it so somebody can understand the Illuminati and energy vampires, and how that works. And because the reason I didn't want money is because I was a target. I was talking to Jason, and Jason said, yo, I don't like seeing you. Everybody thought that you was food. Yeah, I guess you're right. And so therefore, for me to stop that, the only way I knew how to stop it was to not have money. Let me just go back in this word. So being emotional, hell on earth. I mean, like I said, I had lawsuits. I had people that felt like they were entitled. So I created this whole world, and in my mind, I created this whole world. And when I was building the world, I didn't really understand it. But as it goes along now, I have completion, and I can see that world. So I know all the players. I know who and what I'm dealing with and where to place them in my life. And so I created this is the us versus them. So the them is the Illuminati. And the Illuminati, that is composed of two separate layers. There is your lords of oppression, and they're the ones that keep their titles by keeping others down. And then there's your energy vampires. So the Illuminati are the Illuminati is the people in power. The lords of oppression, they are your leaders who don't ever want you to lead, who always want you to follow. They are your people who put, all right, there's laws and there's rules. The Illuminati, they're the people that make the laws and they make the rules. Laws are made to be challenged. Rules are made to be broken. That's when you become a night empowerment. You'll start learning that stuff. Oh, and it's hot in here because, like I said, I'm not giving, this is all transparency. Our air conditioner broke and it's hot. My wife said, should I put the fan in here? I said, no, let's go ahead and keep it raw. So I got about 2 more minutes to finish this. So back then, the Illuminati is the people in power, the educated, smart people who, in order for them to maintain their position and maintain their status and their station, they always got to keep you down because you don't have your doctorate. You're not a pastor. You're not the head of an organization. You're not this. You're not that. And the only way to grow up in that organization is to come through their rings and do as they say, how they say it. And if you don't do it exactly that way, then you're an outcast, and then you're put out. Then under the Illuminati, under the lords of oppression, you have the energy vampires. These are the ones that they had dreams. They wanted to do things, and somebody killed their dreams. So I broke it down to 4 different ones. You have the ones that feel like they're entitled. The entitlement vampire is the one that thinks, oh, well, because you have it, you're supposed to freely give it to me. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm sorry, no, the freak I'm not. Why am I supposed to give you? I'll bust my ass and work hard for this. So what makes you feel like you're entitled? You're supposed to give it for free. So there's the entitlement vampires, and they think that they're just supposed to have it before you get it. The way you protect yourself from entitlement vampires is you every $10,000 you make, you cut those loose. Once they show that sign, you cut them loose as soon as they think that they're supposed to have what you have. As soon as you see that first inkling of entitlement or jealousy, cut them loose. It's really that simple. Then the next one you have your protector vampires. These are the people that have been beat down by the Illuminati, and they call themselves protecting you. You tell them about your dream. You tell them about your vision. You tell them about what you want to do. And it says, okay, that sounds good, but, well, make sure you'll be careful. And they start giving you all their advice on your dream, which is something they've never accomplished. They've never accomplished that dream, yet they have so many opinions on telling you what you should do and telling you how to do it and stopping you from doing it your way, all because somebody shut down their dream. Or because they've been so brainwashed and so programmed by the Illuminati that it's too far-fetched, it'll never happen. For instance, I told somebody I want to make $1 million. I'm going to make $1 million before the end of the year. And I'm talking to you about you, Jason. And his response was, okay. And I'm like, nigga, do you know who I am? Like, pause. Like, yo, you see, in your mind, $1 million is a lot of money. I don't deal in brokenness. So $1 million, like, I don't do and be poor. I tell people that I'm broke because I'm broke. Like, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have money. I'm not poor by far. I have a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of information so that whenever my mind wants something, all I'm going to do is just go get it. So we went over two of those, and I'm trying to speed this up. So we have the entitlement, we have the protectors, then you have the educated vampires. Now these are most of the lords of oppressors, and if they're not the lords of oppression, then they're being groomed by them to take their rankings. And when I say educated, I'm not just talking about college degree educated, although they're one of the top ones. I'm talking about you're coming through an organization, you're following an organization, you're doing exactly as it's said to do it, and so therefore you're supposed to get the rewards. That was me. I was one of those, I call those the chosen. I was a chosen one. And it just so happened when I was supposed to get my reward, I went to college, I went to high school, got good grades. I got the scholarship to college, lost that. I went to college and I graduated. Then when I graduated after 9/11, there were no jobs. What happened? I went through inroads, I had all the connections, I had the relationships, I was in Rotary, I did everything they told me to do, and then I didn't get my reward at the end. So I was pushed out into the world to figure out how to struggle and fit for myself. So back to what I was saying is you have the educated, and those are the ones that go through the power structures, that follow the powers that be, that play the game, and they end up getting rewarded at the end where they can oppress other people, whereas I'm Dr. Such and Such. I'm this. I'm Bishop. I don't give a damn about your title because we serve the same master. We serve the same big homie. So that doesn't impress me. It doesn't bother me. It's like, great, kudos, congratulations for your accomplishment, but it doesn't make you better or worse because under the order big homie, there is no up here. There is no down here. There's just who's further along in their journey. See, in the Illuminati, there's different tiers. There's different caste systems. There's high and low. And in the order of the big homie, there's just a journey. How far have you made it on your journey? And then on your journey, can you help somebody else on their journey? So I'm going to get back to the last one. The last one is that you have is the needy. And the needy are kind of is the same thing as the entitled. Only the needy they'll tell you that they appreciate you. They'll make you feel so good. But the second you can't meet what they want, then they're the worst vampire of all because they try to tear you down and they try to pull you down because they put so much into you. Like you became their Jesus Christ, you became their savior, and they felt like if you can't deliver them and bring them to where they need to be, then they're going to tear you down because now you're a fraud and you promised to deliver something that you couldn't do. When I'm nobody's savior, I'm nobody's God. I'm simply on my journey. And if my journey, in my experience, I can help you and share that with you, and it can help you with yours, then cool. But you have to be on your own journey. Don't attach your journey to my journey because I'm not your Jesus. I ain't trying to lead nobody. But I will share my journey and my experiences. I will show you what I have. And if it works for you, great. But you have to go on your own journey. So that's the Illuminati and the different energy vampires. Now, under the order of big homie. The order of big homie, you have your knights of empowerment. These are actually your humble servants. These are the ones they've been on their journey. They've got a personal relationship with whoever they're creating, whoever their creator, whoever their deity is. They have a relationship with that entity. And whether you say God, Buddha, Allah, I don't care. I say big homie, so we ain't got to argue about religion. But under that, they realize that their purpose here in life is to be a humble servant. Their purpose in life is to provide service and give contribution back to their fellow mankind so that everybody else can reach that divine stage of enlightenment to where you're just at peace. And when you find that inner peace, that peace comes from that triangle that I'm building right now through the War Academy: health, wealth, and happiness. What's your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health? Wealth, that is like your relationship with money. Wealth is not just like I say $1 million. $1 million is confused with being rich. Oh, he's a millionaire. Being rich means it doesn't impress me because I've been there, done that. I want to be wealthy this time around because Big Homie said, "Look, all right, dog, you've been through all that. Now I want to take you." And you stop trying to put other people on a pedestal. You stop trying to put them up. Don't worry about you being a humble servant right now. Right now, you just follow me, and I'm going to bring you the rest. So under the order of Big Homie, you have that humble servant. These are my mentors. These are people who are already where they want to be in life, and they can afford to reach back and help. They can afford to bring others up. They've already reached their divine enlightenment, and regardless of whatever their definition of health, wealth, and happiness is, they've reached it. They no longer want or need for anything other than to help others. And under the Knights of Empowerment, and I'm not there yet, I'm not a knight yet, but I'm about to be. I will be a knight again. And then you have your dream chasers. Your dream chasers are the ones that have blind faith. They're the ones that they jump on everything like the master is stupid. They jump on everything. They have a shiny object. Oh, I'm going to do this. And they start everything with such passion, such empowerment, such passion, such vigor. And then they have the people around them in their circle that says, I don't know if that's going to work. Do you think that's a good idea? It looks like you're putting a lot of time into that, a lot of money into it. And they start off and they reach failure. They go to another failure. And the more they fail, the people with blind faith, they're affected by the Illuminati and the energy vampires, and eventually they get bit in the neck, and they're told that, see, look, I told you, look, man, I tried to tell you, come on over here, look, it's okay, we'll make it better, come on over to this side. And so there's the dream chaser that has blind faith. Now there's also the opposite, the dream chaser that has blind faith. I'll get to that in a minute though. So then they also have one thing. They act now and they think later. When you have blind faith, you don't think about, you don't analyze, you don't try to figure it out because you have blind faith. So you just go. So when Big Homie tells me to do something, I just do it. We'll go through that in a minute. They're also the village idiots. I tell everybody all the time, I'm the biggest dummy I know. And people say, oh no, you're so smart. You're this. If I was so smart, then why did I go through hell for the last 10 years? Why did I leave myself in environments that I didn't have to live in, didn't have to stay in? I didn't have to be around these people like this. I didn't have to let people tear me down. I didn't have to let my reputation and stuff be like people that challenge why. I didn't have to do that. So I had to be an idiot. I had to be the biggest dummy. Or was I? Because I was just following what Big Homie told me to do. I was following the orders. And when I say Big Homie, that feeling inside that says, do this. But why, man? They hurt me. I don't care. Go right there. But they don't want me. I don't care. You stay right there. So I've been a humble servant to my Most High, to my Big Homie. And so now I've been the village idiot. I've been the bad guy. I've been to the point where now it got to the point where I was becoming the victim. So Boone, if you're watching this is the special part that I wanted you to see. Whereas that was my day of waking up, and that's when I decided, this was back probably in July sometime, I was going through a situation where my cousin Boone, I talked to him, I was crying, and then he said, all right, come on, I got you. Then I stopped talking to him, and then I called him again, I was crying, and then like, look, man, you ain't gonna waste my time with all this nonsense. And he lit into me so hard that I was sitting there in tears because, damn, number one, I became a victim. You can't be a victim and a winner at the same time. You can't be a victim and a winner at the same time. A victim is one of those energy vampires under the Illuminati. So that immediately woke me up and it let me know that I had to change. But how was I going to change? And so then I had to start from ground zero. I humbled myself. Like, you got to pick yourself up. You got to stop being a punk. Stop being scared. And that's when I started my success story and I started my journey. So, boom. Yes, you have to be one of my mentors because you've already been for life, you and Block. And I want you to benefit from this as well. So, I want you to come and join this whole movement with me. That being said, um, blind faith. So I went to college and got my college degree. Was a word of crap, but it's a computer information systems, and that's all about networks, systems, and database administration. That's all about coordinating stuff together. So in my mind, that was the biggest waste of money ever because I never made money off my college degree. As I was studying this morning and putting this stuff together, I realized, dummy, that's the basis of how you can do everything. You understand networking. You understand how things work together, how this part right here works with this part right there, works with this part right here, how to interlink them. For instance, it's the same process no matter what I'm doing real estate, whether I'm doing insurance, whether I'm doing youth activism, whether I'm doing community development. It's the same process because I understand how different ecosystems work together. So you have all these different silos. I know how to connect the silos. Well, that's part of my computer information science. I understand systems. Well, once I bring them together, what systems do I put in place to make everything run and everything can certainly run together? How do I take all these different networks and put them in one ecosystem where they can work together? And the final part is I understand databases. I understand the strength of numbers. I understand gathering information. I understand all these things from my computer information systems degree with a minor in mathematics to where I'm pretty good at numbers. I'm not going to toot my horn, but throw me out a number and I can figure it out. And because of my engineering background, look, I'm pretty good with equations. So stuff seems easy to me. So when we talk about making money, it's kind of like, it's a little bit different. I didn't use any of that in life. What made me money is when I first started learning. So that's my foundation. But then I started getting skills. I got my real estate license. This is all going through the Illuminati world. I went and got my license, which said that I can sell real estate. Then I went and got my broker's license, which said that I can have other people work for me under real estate. And then I went and got my instructor's license, which says now I can teach other people to be licensed. Man, I'm all up in that Illuminati world. Like, because people have to come through me. They have to go through me in order to do what they want. You can't sell real estate without going through a broker. Well, guess who's a broker? You can't get a real estate license without going through an instructor. Well, guess who's an instructor? So I played the game and I played in that world. And then I got my life, my health, my property, my casualty, insurance licenses. So I can sell all those different products. So if you want to get one of those things, well, who can you come to? It's really simple. And then most people don't realize I built $2 million businesses. And most people only know about the first one because I kept my mouth shut the second time. The first one was in real estate. Real estate, man, y'all already know because I was out there, I was flashy, I was TV, I was on commercials, I was on billboards, people riding around with my face in their truck. I was flashy with it. The second time I shut up because I wanted to protect myself from all the vampires who felt entitled until it just got too much. The second one was in insurance. Insurance, not only did I build $1 million business, it was able to take care of me. So I told you about these last 10 years. Well, the Affordable Care Act happened in 2014. From 2014 up until, actually I still get a couple $100 checks a month every now and then. But from 2014 until 2018, I was still making enough money from my residuals from insurance that I really didn't have to worry about, I didn't have to worry about working, worry about having a job. Then look, I'm looking at my notes on here. So while I wasn't worried about a job, because in 2014, the Affordable Care Act, so 9/11 killed my first trial with the Illuminati with my college degree. The housing bubble killed my second one with the Illuminati with real estate. Then the Affordable Care Act killed my third one with insurance. So again, remember I said the Illuminati, they control the laws and they control the rules. Break all the rules, challenge all the laws. That's when you're under the order of Big Homie and what I've learned how to do. Rules is just something that somebody said because they said so, and because they're perceived authority, you have to follow it. A law is something that you'll end up going to jail for. So don't break the laws. Break the rules, challenge the authority, and if you don't like it, move to a different game. That just means that game isn't for you. So rules are part of games. If you don't like that rule, go somewhere else. So in that, I did the Youth Business League, and I didn't play the game right. I went and started the largest non-sports youth group in my local community. And then the Illuminati didn't like the way I was doing it, so they told me I had to come and do it their way. And I said, no, I don't. And then so I went to a political meeting, try to get a building for the youth, and I didn't ask for free. Somebody said I asked for free, and I started a 4-year struggle to where I took these kids and I taught teenagers, like mind you, teenagers, a bunch of teenagers that had no. I took kids and we built a community organization. It wasn't even an organization. We built a Facebook group. And that Facebook group turned this community around to whereas at the end of the day, we had 3 people on council that they were straight on, like they had to go. And they was like, by any means necessary, it's going to be you and me. And there was one person that was on the school board where she controlled the council. Like, she was the queen of the community. And I love her. I grew up with her. And, our family, we have functions together. And I grew up with her children. And we're all cool. But she tried to oppress me. And, nigga, you ain't built like that. Sorry. And ain't nobody around who built like that, because I got a direct relationship with my big homie. And that caused me to challenge some things, and it got to a point where, like I said, these energy vampires, Illuminati, it got so bad because I'm trying to help everybody else around me, and everybody else is pulling me down to whereas, my desire, it wasn't there. I didn't care anymore. It's like, look, you know what? Leave me alone. Don't call me to lead. Don't call me about nothing. Just leave me alone. So I stayed as a hermit, and my money started running out. So that was in 2018. I exited that world. I got completely out and started getting back to me. So the first year, I didn't really know me. Like, I knew what everybody made me to be. Like, I was what they said I was. I had become so encapsulated in building the community that now I was all these things. I became what they told me that I was. So I had to strip myself of that. So 2018, it was just me trying to get myself back together. I think that's the year I worked on Mr. Bethet's campaign in politics. I went and started in the community of Trenton. What up, Darren, I'm going to send you this as well. I hope you listen this far. I started working in Trenton. I realized that's when I learned that, this is not just Willingboro. It's like this everywhere. And I got out of my own comfort zone, and that's when Big Homie started to show me, like, look, man, like, there's a whole bunch of people that I got that I want you to show them the way. He knows I don't want to lead, but I want you to share your journey. So now that brings me to where we're at right now. I'm on my journey. I've already started. I don't work for free no more. Before, I was a community I remember Mark, I'm going to send this to you out. Mark Weston had a comic strip calling me Helpful Harry, the fighter of the community. Man, I'm not that dude. They killed him. Yes, I was that guy because they told me I was. I wasn't in a position where I needed money. Like, I had enough to get around, but the more I would give to the community, the more they would take, and nothing was putting back. And so, that being said, I was empty. And now I had to be filled up. So the first part was I had to get my relationship with my big homie back in order, because I got a little bit tainted. I started buying into that whole Illuminati system. Now I was becoming it, and I'm still breaking free from it now. That's why I'm not a knight of empowerment. I'm still a dream chase, because right now I'm just living my dream. I know how to get to the end of my journey. If that get well, not the end of my journey. I know how to get to the first level of my journey I want to get to. How long has this been? We almost hit 30 minutes. So I'm going to do this real quick. There's 2 impulse factors of sales that I want to tell you about. There's the fear of loss, and there's a sense of urgency. There's actually 4 of them. The Jones effect, the indifference, fear of loss, and sense of urgency. Actually, there's 3 I want to tell you about. Forget the Jones effect. That's where you name drop and you talk about people that's with you. I'm not going to use the Jones effect until January, when I'm trying to get to the masses. You're my friends and family I'm talking to right now. So let's talk about the indifference. Indifference means I really don't care. I'm on my journey. I'm not looking to put nobody else first. I'm not looking to tell somebody else how to do it. I'm not looking to do this. No, I'm out here doing it. And as I'm doing it, I'm putting different sales videos together. As I'm doing it, I'm going to teach different courses. As I'm doing it, I'm going to share the game as I'm doing it. But I'm not sharing it for free. So if you don't want to pay me for what I bring to the table, no problems. And I'm not saying that my journey is the only one. There's a bunch of people that are successful, that are in their journey. The difference with doing it with me right now is that I'm on my journey. I'm starting over from scratch. I've actually started back in July. And like I said, I'll show you how my failures. So I'm creating another one now, which is going to separate them. Because some things I didn't fail in, but I failed to do the thing for the entire day. So I got to create another calendar because this visual is messing up my psyche. It's like, dude, you failed that day. You went from 360 to 340. Well, that's not too much of a bad of a failure on my thinking. But anyway, so that's the difference. I really don't care. You don't have to join me. You can, but you don't have to. The sense of urgency. Well, the sense of urgency is that is when you tell people. Sense of urgency is when you see commercials. It's coupons, it's specials, it's promotions. If you don't do this by this date and time, then the price is going to go up. So here's the sense of urgency. Right now, I'm letting people come in, and my total cost is $1,500. And as you go through the next videos, you're going to see how to shape that $1,500. But my total cost is $1,500. And I'm even going to give you a discount if you decide now. That $1,500 is going to be $5,000 by January the 1st when I open up my actual academy. That $1,500 is only for me to not waste my time and not for me to invest in somebody who's not willing to invest the time and the money to themselves. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to learn all this stuff. It's over 20 years of knowledge and information I'm giving. And I'm not going to tell you how much I invested going to college, going to get my licenses. And let's not talk about this daggone internet marketing where you have all these people who are part of the, like I look up to these people now. Because you have people that are millionaires and they don't even have no skills according to what the Illuminati says. They have no skills other than to sell your dream. And I used, as in the world of the Illuminati, I was taught to hate on the hope dealers. The hope dealer was no different than the dope dealer because all they're doing is trying to give somebody an escape. Well, I have news to tell you, I was wrong. So I'm going to apologize to people that don't know me. Tony Robbins, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, all the mega passes, like all the gurus. I ain't mad at y'all. Matter of fact, I can't wait till I join y'all. Hopefully I meet y'all one day. Les, I never hate on you because I always loved your books, Les Brown. But one day I'm going to meet my heroes, and we'll go from there. But so we're getting to the part where the sense of urgency. Now you can get in for $1,500, and you'll learn it through the next couple of videos. I'll be up front telling you what it's going to be. $1,500. That's your total buy-in. Come January, there's going to be two things happening. Once I reach 100 people, there's nobody else in my inner circle. Nobody else can get that close to me. Once I reach 100 people. And then there's only be 3 people that's really close to me. But once I reach that, so there is no I love you. You can be my family, my friend, but you can't pick up the phone and call me because I'll be busy serving my 100. I don't want to serve any more. I'm sorry, I don't want to serve any more than 99 people. And I'll create I'll finish a triangle and be that 100. That's the sense of urgency. So you don't have to. You can wait, and what happens a lot of times is people will the Illuminati, let me see you do it first. That's not the person I want. If you got to watch me do it first, then just go and stay where you at or wait till somebody else and follow their journey. I'm not in convincing. That's part of my indifference. And so I just showed you the sense of urgency you have now to do it up until January. The cost is going to go up. In October, it's $1,500. The cost is going to be one thing to get in. In November and December, it's going to go up every single month until I reach $5,000 in January. And then I will have the look. It won't be this stupid long personal sales video. It'll be what the masses need to see for their program. And the last one I told you was going to be the fear of loss. Well, I just did the sense of urgency and fear of loss together. Come January, you won't have access to me. Come January, if you don't buy into my vision now, if you don't buy into my dream now, then I can't rock with you. Anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching this. If this video actually happens to get to Dorian Morgan, Jack Harris, or Sean Hoggs, I got a whole different video I'm going to send you guys. So if somebody tags you in this video is not for you. There's another video I have for you because there's some projects I want to finish with you guys, with your books, help you get them going, which is going to be part of my journey. And also for my LB Dennis Donez. Donez, if this video happens to make it to you, and you might be on one of my mass emailing lists, bro, you already told me, let's rock, let's go. So the video that I'll be doing with you is you're going to be the very direct person when it comes to wealth. I want to personally change your entire financial situation to where you're not rich, to where you have it for generations. I want to give you, bro, I love you. You're my LB. You're the only reason I'm back into this Illuminati organization, our little secret society. Yo, LB, I love you. And I'm going to go ahead and end with that. So anyway, to my beautiful wife, baby, I love you. I'm doing all this for you. To my mother, to my sister, to all my little baby grands, and I love y'all. This is for y'all, my entire family. Let's go ahead and get this. If you want to do it and you believe in it, thanks. If you listen all the way to the end, super thanks, because these lights is hot. And I'm about to record the second video to show you more. Anyway, love y'all. Holler at y'all later. Peace. Look, I said I wasn't doing any editing, but as I went in there to go publish it, push the video up, I realized I forgot to tell you guys. I understand some people can't afford the $1,500 right now. It's okay, no worries. I put together a do-it-yourself where I'm just going to give you my foundational business plan. I call it my war manual. I'm going to give you my war manual, my operations plan. And if you don't have the money, I'm only going to charge you $7 for this one time. There's a couple other things I'm going to throw in there, but for this one time right now, I'm going to give you my war manual for $7. And then also, what I'm also going to do is, Jack Harris wrote this book called Revelation of Wealth. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there because that will, if you don't read any of the other books, that book has everything you need and everything you need right there within it, to whereas you can start changing your mind and you can figure out how you can create 12 streams of income if you have a job right now. So if you have a job right now, he'll show you how to create 12 streams of wealth. I think the book was amazing. I think it was good. I think it's a starting point for you to go. Now I'm working with him on the second part. Like, okay, Jack, I love the book. It got the mind right. At the end, it really did break down. Here's how you get your 12 streams of income. Here's where they come from. So the name of the book is a Revelation of Wealth, discovering your 12 streams of income. And what I want to work with him on is, okay, now that I discovered them, Jack, you didn't tell people how to realize them. All you said was discover it. And yes, that does start in the mind. So that's the most important part. But the masses, they need a plan. They need something to follow. So I'm actually putting. It goes along with my whole foundation of how to make any business work and how he wants to sell 1 million books. And the team's like, well, how are we going to? Anyway, buy my war operations plan. It's only $7. Okay, so go ahead and get that, and that'll get you started. And then as you do it, once you purchase that, I'll start teaching you how to do sales from there. All right, y'all like that? That works fair? All right, peace again.